Hello, kindergarten friends. We've been talking a lot about lying in class, and today I got this really funny book. It's called Bunny Cakes, and we're going to read it, and then we're going to use our lines to draw a really fantastic, fancy cake. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start. Bunny Cakes by Rosemary Wells. It was Grandma's birthday. Max made her an earthworm birthday cake. No, Max, said Max's sister Ruby. We are going to make Grandma an angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing. Max wanted to help. Don't touch anything, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max to the store with a list that said eggs. Max wanted red-hot marshmallow squirters for his earthworm cake, so he wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters on the list. The grocer could not read Max's writing. Eggs, said the grocer, and he gave Max eggs. Max brought the eggs home to Ruby. Don't bump the table, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max back to the store with a list that said milk. This time, Max wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters in a different way. Max hoped and hoped for his squirters, but the grocer still couldn't read Max's writing. Milk, said the grocer, and he gave Max milk. Max brought the milk home to Ruby. There's a yellow line on the floor, Max, said Ruby. You can't step over that line. But Max stepped over the line anyway. Down went the flour. Ruby got out her pencil. Flour. This time, Max wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters in the most beautiful writing he knew. Max could almost taste the marshmallow squirters. Flour, said the grocer, and he gave Max flour. When Max got home, there was a sign on the kitchen door. Do you see the sign? It's a picture of Max with a line through it. No, Max. Max, the kitchen is no place for you, said Ruby. Ruby finished up her cake. She baked it and cooled it and iced it with raspberry fluff icing. It needs something else, Max, said Ruby. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, wrote Ruby. Meanwhile, Max had a brand new idea. He drew a picture of red-hot marshmallow squirters on Ruby's list and ran to the grocer. He could not wait. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, said the grocer. What's this? Why, it must be red-hot marshmallow squirters. Yay! Max did it! Ruby's cake looked just beautiful. Max went out and put caterpillar icing on his earthworm cake. Grandma was so thrilled. She didn't know which cake to eat first. Which cake would you like to eat first, friends? Would you rather eat the angel cake with the pink raspberry icing or the earthworm cake with caterpillar icing and red hot squirters? Well, whichever cake you would like to eat, I think we should do a drawing of a cake today. We'll do a big, tall cake with lots of different lines and lots of different decorations on it. So we'll go ahead and grab a pencil, and if you have crayons or markers or something to color with, that would be really great to do too. So I have my crayons, but I need to grab my paper and my pencil. Just one second. So here's my paper. I hope you all have a piece of paper too. I'm going to hang it on the board so that you guys can draw along with me. And as always, if you need to pause when we're working, go ahead and pause the video. I'll try to go pretty slow, but if you need to pause it, you're more than welcome to. So we're going to start off by drawing a big cake. So I'm going to start with a nice big oval on the top. And this is a really skinny oval, friends. Do you see how that's a really big skinny oval above the top? Almost like an O that gets squished. Big skinny oval. And now we're ready to practice some of our lines. So I'm going to go right to the edge of my oval and I'm going to draw two vertical lines. Remember, vertical lines are lines that go up and down. Here we go. Vertical, vertical, vertical. Good job. Let's do it on the other side, friends. Vertical, vertical, vertical. Nice job, my friends. And at the bottom, I'm going to draw myself a curved line that goes from one vertical line to the other. And that will give me a great big cake. Now, I think my cake should sit on a plate. Do you think so too? So I'm going to start right here, a little bit up from the edge, and I'm going to draw a big curved line that goes all the way around my cake. And when it gets to the other side, it stops. And that gives my cake a plate to sit on. And the last thing I'll do before we decorate is I'm going to do a horizon line. A horizon line is when we're outside is what divides the sky from the ground. But we're inside, so our horizon line is going to divide the table from the wall. So I'm going to draw one horizontal line on this side, and then I'm going to take my pencil across, and I'm not going to draw, I'm going to think about where it should start again. And as soon as I get to the other side, I'm going to draw a horizontal line there. Very nice. Now it looks like we have a great big cake sitting on a table and a plate. How does that look, friends? Do you like it? Good. All right. So we've been talking about different kinds of lines. Let's practice our lines real quick before we get started. So go ahead and get out your magic finger. Cha-ching! And we will draw some different lines together. Let's start off with a horizontal line. A horizontal line is a line that moves side to side. Ready? Cha-ching! Horizontal, 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 horizontal. Good job. Now we did some vertical lines to make the sides of our cake. Let's practice those again. Cha-ching! Vertical. Say it with me. Vertical. Good job. Vertical. One more. Vertical. Good. There's one more kind of straight line that I like to do. And this is a line that starts up high and goes down low on an angle. This is a diagonal line. So let's do it together. Cha-ching! Magic fingers, everyone. Diagonal. 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 Good. Let's do some other lines. How about this one? Does anyone know what kind of line this is? If you said zigzag, you're right. Get out that magic finger. Cha-ching! Zig-zag, 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 zig-zag. Very good. Let's try a bumpy line. A bumpy line is a line that goes ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump. It's more curved than the zigzag line. Ready? Cha-ching! Bumpy, 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 bumpy. What about what's another good line? How about a curvy line? Curvy, curvy, curvy. You want to practice those together, friends? Here we go. Ready? Cha-ching! Curvy, curvy, curvy. Do it in the air. Curvy, curvy, curvy. All right. Let's see. Let's do a few more lines. We practice all sorts of fun lines together. It's so fun to do them together. What if we did a spiral? I like spirals. I think they're fun to do. Ready? Get out that magic finger. Cha-ching. Spiral, spiral, spiral. Good job. And then let's do one more. I know you guys really like this one. It's fun to do. Let's do a noodle line or a spaghetti line. Cha-ching! Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. That one is so fun to do, isn't it, friends? All right, so now that we've practiced and thought about our lines, we're going to come back over here to our cake, and we are going to practice some of those lines inside of here. So let's start off. We're going to make different layers of our cake. So with different lines, we're going to make different designs. So let's do two horizontal lines to start off with. Horizontal, horizontal. Ooh, look at that nice layer. I love it. Let's do some diagonals in between there. Diagonal, 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 diagonal. They almost look like stripes, don't they? What's another line we could do? Oh, you want to try a zigzag? That's a good idea. Let's come down a little further. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. A kindergarten friend the other day told me they look like monster teeth, and I thought that was really funny. Let's do a bumpy line. Ready? Bumpy, 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 bumpy. And let's see, what last one should we do? Let's do a curvy line. Curvy, 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 curvy. All right. And then on the top, you can decorate your cake with whatever you want. I think I might do some circles. Maybe these could be cherries, or they could be M&Ms, something delicious to eat. And then I might draw some little diagonal lines and some little vertical lines and some little horizontal lines to show sprinkles. But you can decorate your cake however you want it to look, okay? And when you are all done drawing your cake, if you have crayons or markers, now would be a great time to color. It is super fun to color these guys. And it is lots of fun to go in and think about what colors would you like your cake to be. Maybe I'll start off with yellow. And remember, kindergarten friends, when we're coloring, we really make sure that we're trying to stay in the lines as much as we can and to get a good solid color. So I don't want any white spaces. So I go all the way to the edge, and then I make sure I stop right at the edge and I color it in so I have a nice solid color. Let's try that again. Maybe I'll switch colors. Maybe I'll do orange now. So when I'm going to do this diagonal line here, I'm going to go along the diagonal and I go right to the edge. Maybe I'm going to go right along that vertical and right along that horizontal. And then I color it in and I make sure I go right to the edge and I stop. And if I had any white spots I missed, I go back and color them in. Maybe I'll do this one orange too. I think I might think about stripes. But you can do your cake whatever colors you want. You just want to really work. One of the things we're practicing in this project is our lines, but we're also really thinking about how we can color neatly and stay in our areas. I'm going around, kind of outlining, and then I'm going to color in. All right. I'm going to pause the video for just a second, guys, and color, and then we'll come back and finish up. All right, kindergarten friends, I think I'm all done with my cake. You can see I colored in all my different layers, different colors. I colored my plate and my table, and I'm so happy with it. It looks like it would be so much fun to eat all those different flavors, wouldn't it? When you're done, go ahead and take a picture of it and turn it into me on Google Classroom so I can see it. And I hope to see you soon. I'll see you next week. Bye, friends. Oh, one thing. Next week, if you have any scissors and glue and paper, please bring scissors and glue and paper next week. We're going to practice. We're going to go from lines and start shapes. And I'm going to ask the kids to practice cutting out some shapes. So if you have some of those, please get them. If you need help getting those, you can email me and I can set up something at school for you to pick them up, or if not, they can use a pencil and a paper. It's just, we like to practice our cutting skills in kindergarten. So if you have those things, please get them for next time. And I'll see you then. Bye, friends.